In this video, we're going to be making a slope graph using this data, these numbers about people's opinions about colonoscopies before and after they had one. So we're going to make a line graph, and you look at this, and you know, it's not terrible, but it's really not very good. All this colonoscopy opinions, and you know, you can see things, but it's not as useful a graph as we could make. So I switched the rows and the columns. Now I'm going to delete the scale because we're going to put the numbers right on the graph. I'm going to delete the legend here because we're going to put the titles on the data. And then I'm going to go in here and delete the grid lines because we don't really need them. All right, so let's click on here and let's go to chart design and let's add the data labels and we'll put them to the left. And now, unfortunately, we just have to do this one item at a time, but we're going to format the data labels. And for each one, we're going to add the series name, and we're going to change the separator to space, and we're going to get rid of the leader lines. Those go from the text box to the point. And unfortunately, I don't know of any way to just automate this, so, or do them all at once. So we have to do them each one at a time, but there's only 5 of them, and I'm bound to forget something now that I'm recording a video of myself doing this. So hopefully I don't. Yeah, see, did I forget the series name on the last one? If you don't get rid of the leader lines, you might be all right, because we're going to put the text right by the data point, like I said. And so there may not be any need for any leader lines. All right, so 1, 2, 3. Oh, it looks like we got them all. All right, now we're going to go in here and delete the text from the boxes on the right, because we're only going to use the text in the boxes on the left. Once one place is enough, it'll look nice and clean this way. So right now I'm just going in and I'm deleting the text, but obviously you can see I'm leaving the numbers. And then once I have the text deleted, now I'm going to go and move the numbers over here to the left of the point. Unfortunately, it seems like there should be some way to left align them so they're all properly positioned, but I'm not aware of any such way. If you know, please let me know. Okay, so we got that cleaned up, and I'm gonna move just one little fiddling around there. Now we're gonna put the text, stretch it out to the left, so we need to buy ourselves some more room. So I'm gonna make the whole thing a little wider, and then I'm gonna go in here and squish this down. That looks like it ought to be about right. Now I'm going to go here and click on this text box and stretch, make it long enough so that all the text fits in it. And but just so I don't know, because my goal is to have all the these text boxes have the numbers on the right hand side be all lined up. Oh, okay. A little bit less. And again, it seems like there should be some simple automatic way to do this, but not that I'm aware of. If you know of one, again, please let me know. Make that one a little bit further. Lastly, recommend to a friend. Okay, so, and again, the whole thing's a little bigger than it needs to be. So if I wanted to resize it, let's see what happens. I push this in, and now it's all jacked up. So if I really want it to look pretty, and I do, I'm kind of particular about my visuals. So, I mean, I could have just taken a screenshot of the way I had it before, and then nobody would have noticed that it wasn't properly centered, but I would have known, and you would have known. And, sometimes you just have to spend a little bit of time fiddling around to get things to look the way you want. And unfortunately, like like I can't even like click on the box and use arrow keys to move it, which is just surprising. But I'm about there. Okay, so we're done. We got our slope graph and we've got a bunch of lines, except the question is, what is someone supposed to take away from this graph? They should look at it and there's something should stand out to them. And to me, when I look at this graph, the most interesting thing is, what changed significantly. All of these things like, oh, it's unpleasant, painful, all of those perceptions went down, but the process being painful, that went down the most. And then recommend to a friend, that went up the most. So I would like someone to look at the graph and see those things, and those should really jump out to them. So I'm going to change all of the lines to be just gray, except for those two things. So click on the line, I can click on fill, and let's see, I'm choosing the middle gray color and the outline, the middle gray color, and less painful, again, middle gray color, the outline, again, the middle gray color, and the middle gray color, and the middle gray color, and oh, I guess one of those I didn't mean to do. But recommend to a friend. I want to highlight that a bit more, so I'm going to go with kind of just a bright primary blue color, and then the process being painful. I think I'll make that one red, make that one really stand out. Like, look, it wasn't painful because you're knocked out. So there we go. We've got a slope graph. It's easy to look and see, wow, people really think it wasn't painful and they would recommend it to a friend. And so that seems like a helpful public service announcement, and slope graphs are a nice way to present that kind of information.